Hey, hello, fellow fans of the Austrian painter. I just want to say about Joyce, well, the era of the jugger Chad is over for good. Joe, you are the jugger bum, the bummer not. You need to retire now before you have brain damage and sound like the British Riddick Bowe, my autistic brother.
Yeah, what's up, man? It's a Triple B bass boxing basement. Yeah, hit a like. Do me a favor, keep them sick, bitter haters away. Right, so Joyce in action last night. I did it live. I won my bet, which is round 6 to 10 on Joyce stoppage. I won it by 10 seconds, but whatever, a win's a win. Yeah, Joyce, he looked very heavy. He looked very crude. His shots, his work rate's still there, more or less. His shots, he missed a few shots. I thought Ali boxed quite well. He just didn't have the power to hurt Joyce. He had an overhand right, which is his main weapon, his jab, and the overhand right, which landed quite a lot. He's not hard to hit, Joyce. The jugger bum. And he's still the jugger bum. And he probably will always be the jugger bum, the bummer naught. But yeah, Ali didn't. I thought he boxed fairly well. Quite nice footwork, nice jab, overhand right. Just like he didn't have the pad to keep the relentless big Joyce off. And he got dropped and stopped in the last round. People say, "Oh, the referee could have let it carry on." He got up at like 9.5. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. It's okay to stop him. And I won my bet. What did he take from it? Well, he didn't look world class, did he, Joyce? But he's never looked world class. That's the thing. He's flat to deceive, or whatever, if that's the right phrase, or the other way around. Like, he's a lot better than he looks, if you like. I won money against him against Dubois. I got 3 to 1 on him, a bit over. I Parker to KO Parker. I got on, and those are, what's next for him? Well, that's the question. He hasn't got a long time. He's 38, right? He's had 2 devastating defeats to the big bang Zhilei Zhang, who now has just lost to Joseph Parker. So when you think about what's next for Joyce, well, he's got to move quickly. Yeah. He's had his comeback fight now against an okay opponent, but he ain't world class and nothing. It's time to move. You haven't got much, your career's almost done. You sound a bit punchy. I always sound a bit punchy, Joyce. I think that could be autism. He's a bit of an autist. You remember after the second big bang Zhilei Zhang fight, when he got ironed out on his face for the first time ever, and he barely landed a punch of significance. He went, yeah, I really enjoyed the fight. What? You enjoy getting laid out on your face? It's crazy. But I like Joe because of his autism. But yeah, time's running out. It's got to be the big fights only now. And the heavyweight championship's tied up. There's not much chance. Well, there's WBO interim championship, probably the least important world heavyweight championship ever. Title ever. It's nonsense, right? Zhilei Zhang obviously lost it. He beat Joyce. He lost it to Joe Parker. Now, that's one match. Joe Parker vs. Joyce rematch. Now, obviously, I predicted a Joyce KO. Now, I don't know. Joyce has come back 2 good wins. Wilder. But, Wilder, he just didn't look right. I don't know. He didn't look like he trained. He didn't really want to be there. He's probably still high on ayahuasca. Didn't know what was going on. And then obviously he beat Zhilei Zhang, but he got dropped twice. And Zhang, if Zhang wasn't fit, if Zhang had been in the kind of shape when he fought Joyce, I think he would have stopped Parker. So it's a weird fight. It's not a bad fight. I'd back it, actually. It's probably worth a bit of money. Get it in Saudi or something. Who would win? I don't know. I think I would slightly edge towards Joyce. I think psychologically, he's got an advantage there, right? Regardless of the fact obviously Joyce has come off 2 devastating losses to Zhang, who got beaten by Parker. on points, but it's never that simple, boxing. It's never that simple. Oh, he beat him, so he'll beat him. All that nonsense. Stars make fights, blah, blah. People come in, no? People come in at different weights. I mean, different, they've trained different training camps. Zhang obviously was not if something happened in the training camp. He either didn't train hard because of laziness or he had an injury. So, because he was flabby looking. And I made a note of that. But he still would have beaten Parker, in my opinion. So, the rematch, I would edge towards Joe Joyce at this point, actually. But I would edge towards him. Can he stop him? Possibly. Yeah, he's done it before, sure. It could be a points victory. Could Parker win on points? Yeah, he could win on points. I couldn't see him stopping Joyce. He just doesn't hit that hard, Parker. I don't think he's got any world-class KOs, has he? He's always the points wins. Those big fights. I can't. He's a careful boxer, Parker. He doesn't take that many risks. So I'd have actually Joe Joyce the favourite, slightly. And it'd be interesting if it does happen, because the bookies will probably put Parker favourite now, weirdly. Or at least have it close. So we got that fight. It'd be, especially in Saudi, you get a good payday from it. Say he's WBO interim champion again or whatever. What happens next? I mean, he's got 2 years, Joe Joyce. Can he fight for a title? If he has to beat someone very good, otherwise no one cares. He's had a very average performance against Cash Ali after two batterings by the Big Bangs. So yeah, he need that big win to get back in the mix. Is Parker it? Possibly. And then who else is there? Well, Daniel Dubois. Now Dubois flying high a bit. I don't really get it, to be honest with you. I always say about the heavyweight division, you're only one win away from being in the title mix and being talked about again. Dubois, obviously, got beaten up by Alexander Usyk, KO'd in 9. He swallowed it again. Previous to that, he almost swallowed against Lorena in the first round. Right? And then he swallowed it against Joe Joyce 4 years ago or whatever. So, but now apparently people are talking about, Dynamite Daniel, he's found his true self. Yeah, he's found his true self in Granada, looking at mangoes and little monkeys and things like that. But he's still a British-based fighter. So, yeah, that's where he'd rather be, Daniel Dubois. Living in the paradise of Granada with warmth, with mangoes, with nutmegs. He like the nature. I like Dubois now. I like Dubois. But, I don't think he really wants to be a boxer. He's always got that quit in him. Even early on in the Jarrell Miller fight, which is his last win, when he KO'd the big bum, Jarrell the big bum Miller, in 10 rounds, he looked uncomfortable. Even the commentary were going, he's putting it on him. Is he going to quit? But Dubois, rematch with Joe Joyce is an interesting fight. I had Joe Joyce winning. I won a lot of money on that. Would he win again? I think Dubois has a better chance. He's more experienced. Look, as long as Joe Joyce's chin isn't cracked, and we don't know, because even though he got hit with a lot of overhand rights from Cash Ali, flush ones as well. Ali doesn't carry that much power. But for some reason, I don't think, I've got the feeling that Joe's chin is still there, it's still solid. And if that's the case, I think he beats Dubois again. I think he makes Dubois quit again. Yeah. You can say I got too much faith in Joe Joyce, but look, he's always had his limitations. He's always been crude. He's always been slow. And even though he didn't look that great with Ali, he still got him out, and he's still kind of, he's pretty much the same style. I thought he was too big. He was only, let's have a look. When he fought Dubois, he weighed 258, and he weighed what did he weigh? 290 yesterday? That's just incredibly, that's just massive. 286 and a half. He outweighed Cash Ali by 50 pounds. So, I'd prefer to see him get a little bit of weight down, be like 265, something like that. But yeah, I believe Dubois is a quitter. Once you quit, it's easy to quit again. He was about to quit against Lorena. He quit against Usyk. He quit against Joe Joyce. Yeah. And if Parker had, what's his name, Jeremy had any fitness, he'd probably quit again. So I'd actually have Joe Joyce to favourite again, but it's still a good fight. You know, the winner of that is back in the mix, the top 10 for sure. Yeah, sorry, that's Tyson, me dog, snoring. He's had a big night watching the fights. So, what else is there left? Well, it has to be anyone who's a decent contender. Maybe an up-and-comer. What up-and-comers are that he could fight? Maybe it's time for Joe Joyce to be thrown in against a young buck. You know, well, people said that against Dubois, of course, but, you know, he's in that position, an old veteran, still respected, tough. I mean, the problem is he might, you know, his reputation's taking a huge knock with 2 big defeats, but he's still dangerous. So is that a fight? You know, if you're looking after a young guy, would you want to take that risk? I mean, Agit Kabayel would be a good fight, right? Someone like that. Again, in Saudi. Obviously, they want these fights in Saudi, so everyone gets paid. Justice Huni? No, I don't think he was very impressive last time out. I think they only told him back for a bit. Kevin Lorena, good fight. Deontay Wilder, well, if Wilder's still fighting, that's quite fun. Martin Bakoli, again, a fun fight. So there's a lot of fun fights here, but he's got to fight someone ranked, certainly in the top 20. Yeah. Another big fight, bizarrely, is Francis Ngannou. Now, obviously, Ngannou just got absolutely found out, wiped out by Gay J. But, you know, listen, he can still kind of, I mean, yeah, is his time like as a supposed heavyweight contender over? Yeah, probably. But no one can sit there and go, oh, I wouldn't watch an Ngannou Joe Joyce fight. It's going to be so boring. You know, no one's going to say that. It's a fun fight. It's an interesting fight. Does it further his career? Not that much, because now you got wiped, you got waxed, you got smoked by Gay J in style. You know, people kind of forget the Fury fight a bit. They think that's just an anomaly because Fury was so out of shape. So, you know, but it's a great fight, an interesting fight. So there's a lot of fights out there for Joe Joyce, but what he's got to do is try and get a big fight that will get him in the title mix and try for a title. And I just don't see him getting it, really. I don't see him getting it. The title seems tied up for a bit. And I don't think anybody's calling for Joe Joyce vs. Gay J, or Joe Joyce vs. Usyk, or Joe Joyce vs. Fury, like they were a year ago, before the big bang, lowered the bang, and wiped him out. So yeah, there's some fights there. But you need to hurry up. And like I said, I just want Joe Joyce to get out of boxing with a bit of a brain left. Because that taking punches with his head, everybody got our plan until they hit me in the face and nothing happened, innit? Yeah, well, that's not very good for your long-term health. And Jile Zhang put an end to that nonsense. Anyway, peace.